Welcome back to an episode of Bennett does missions. And before he does any missions, he's going to talk to the Eipekkusu Kaede, whoever that one is. So let's figure out what she's actually selling here. Pets and stories and I don't know. You're talking to me? Are you a customer? So what's the shop all about? We mainly sell souvenirs like Inazuma novels, Tanuki dolls and stuff like that. Back then, we might have also sold statues of the almighty Shogun and other related goods as well. Sadly, we haven't really seen that many customers since the lockdown came into effect for these SNES9 merchants who want to entertain their families. Wait, what? Okay, what kind of dolls though? Our featured products are statues of fox spirits and porcelain Tanuki dolls. Tanuki dolls sell a bit better. They represent good fortune in Inazuma. Many business owners buy one to place in their stores, hoping for financial success. They look really cute as well. It's not a bad idea to give them to your favorite girl or the children in your family. Good, good, good. What about the other option that we had there? So let's just hammer through that one. Statues of the Shogun. Yeah, our almighty Shogun is a merciful and forgiving person who, merciful my ass, who doesn't really mind people buying the statues for any reason whatsoever. It used to be our best-selling product. Used to. Sadly, we've lost our customer base ever since the lockdown happened. I don't even know why. And such a delicate item is not cheap to craft, so we've had no choice but to take them off the shelves. That's one way of knowing that the people may not be in your favor. Now then, Alrani! Let's do this side mission. So, hey traveler, why are you here? Also the name Alrani kind of sounds familiar. I don't know why. I thought I've seen her somewhere else though. Are you Alrani? After you helped me gather some materials previously, I was preparing to write a thesis on visions and elemental powers. The outline was drawn up by the materials were found again. The outline was drawn up, the materials were found, and you were a special example of someone who does not have vision but could still use the power of the elements. So I wrote up the first draft and sent it to the academia for my tutor to review. But the topic is shallow, the logic is unclear, the content is rambling and incomprehensible. My paper was summarily rejected again. Well, the thing about like papers and academic research and stuff is that you have to cater to a specific audience, sadly. So the research that you can do should not be too far off, right? So in order for other people to still kind of understand what's happening. Because if you just bring society too far ahead, then the people will probably not have any idea what's happening, so they cannot even judge the stuff. Same goes for like these research papers. In order to get like a degree or whatnot, you have to always cater to a specific audience, no matter what. And in this case, you have to give them what they already know. And someone who is able to use elements without a vision does not really stick well. So it's a rewrite for you then. Well, I've rewritten it twice already. What's another time? The first time I wanted to go to Mondstadt to collect data and to write a paper about life in Mondstadt and the Four Winds. But as soon as I passed the Stone Gate, I heard that the dragon of the East, Dvalin, who should be one of the Four Winds of Mondstadt, had suddenly started attacking the city of Mondstadt. Well, I kind of solved that issue. I specifically went to Mondstadt to consult with Mr. Said, but he didn't know the reason either and couldn't help me with my paper. Since I didn't have a core argument or any evidence, I had to change the topic. And then you went to Liu? Yes. I thought that since the Geo Archon in Liu is so diligent and personally guards Liu Harbor and also helps to guide its overall development, if I wrote a paper on the relationship between the Geo Archon and Liu Harbor, there should be enough material. And then Morak suddenly, no one wanted that kind of accident to happen. It kind of feels as if we tried to get ourselves out of the situation. Well, at least that didn't happen while you were writing your paper. Or was it? Yeah, I think I might have lost it if that had happened. After failing twice, I had no other choice. If I couldn't put a good paper together, I wouldn't be able to show my face back at the academia again. So I wanted to go out into the countryside to investigate and find a paper topic. But you already know what happened next. To tell you the truth, even when I was captured by the treasure hoarders and pressed for the whereabouts of the treasure, I still felt less stressed than when I was writing my paper. Ah, this Alrani. Like, I think she could be found in the come on. In the chasm ruins in the west. Like, there are some ruins next to the chasm, like further north or something, and then there's a cage, and I think Alrani was in there. That could be it. Anyway, after all, I had a clear idea of what those people wanted from me, whereas I have no idea what my tutor wants from my paper even now. Is writing a paper that scary? The writing's not that scary part, it's my tutor. My tutor is actually a very patient and knowledgeable person. But when it comes to essay writing guidance, no matter what the tutor was like before, they all suddenly become super scary. So I still haven't been able to hand in my paper, and the deadline is getting closer and closer. The tutor must be losing patience. Well, the tutor probably not, because the deadline is still there. If I dare to go back to the academia empty-handed, I have no doubt that he will banish me to sweep the library forever. As such, I came to Inazuma to find less popular topics, such as the Inazuman people living conditions under the Vision Decree. Don't get caught again. Well, that is just, well, the thing is, what are you supposed to write about anyway? Right? I won't. I mean, I don't have a vision. In Inazuma, this might actually be considered an advantage. I've worked out how to conduct the investigation, starting with recording the daily life of the people on this island. If you're interested, traveler, you could come and help me with the recordings. Sure, let's figure out what that does. Now let's go! There are still a great many shops on this island for us to explore. Let's start with this one called Eipekkusu. Traveler, I think that pictures might be good. Damn it. Let's take a picture of a pic. Oh, how are you supposed to read the sentence so quickly? And even with good pronunciation, that is absolutely not possible. Like, alright, take a photo of this stuff. And like, you could do this with a gadget, or the other way would be to just hit the enter key. You don't even need to click on save or anything, just trigger it and that's it. So that's what Inazuman specialties are like. Hey, what are you doing? Just taking pictures of people? Hello, I'm Alrani, a scholar from Sumeru. I'm doing research on Inazuma for an academic paper, investigating us at a time like this. So suspicious. I don't care what your purpose is, you're disturbing me, so just leave. Well, the people are suspicious because the situation is suspicious. They don't have this shop. You can just forget about reading all of those sentences down there. Like, if they are not read out by a voice, like a voiceover or whatnot, then there's no way for you to actually read this. Or at least there could be, but not if you try to read it out loud. Just say. Alright, so there might be the other shop that I have to take a picture of. Vahid. Wait a minute. Before I take a picture, let's just... Okay, there's no way for you to... Yo... Who's Jäger? Jägermeister? Hello, is there anything I can do for you? What's bothering you? It's actually not that big of a deal. I'm applying to travel to Narukami Island, and I'm guessing that my request should be processed soon. But I'm a Snusnayan, and I'm not really used to the diet here. Not am I a good cook myself. I'm fine here in Rito, but I've heard that there isn't a single shop run by Outlanders on Narukami Island. There are only Inazuman-style restaurants available. I wonder if I can still eat anything that reminds me of home once I'm in Inazuma City. If only Miss Ryoko could come with me as well. And why did you come to Inazuma? As you can see, I'm a Snusnayan merchant, so naturally I'm here for business. Apart from doing business, I also plan to travel around Inazuma. I've heard a lot of legends about places in Inazuma. Inazuma. Don't repeat the same word every time. Perhaps I might be able to find something if I go check these places out. And there's also like the other part of his sentence thingamajig whatsoever. Miss Ryoko? Who's that? Miss Ryoko is a lady who runs a food stall here. Have you ever tried her snacks? She knew that I wouldn't be used to the food here, so she changed the taste up for me. That's so sweet of her. I've heard that her husband passed away several years ago, leaving her to take care of the stall alone. I suppose I should go visit her stall more often. Alright, so let's take a picture of this Vahid store right now. And bada beam, bada bam, bada boom. And another one gets angry at us, probably. Hey, what are you doing? Hello, I am from... a researcher from the academia, right? I didn't expect to see someone like you here. How did you... I just had to take one look at you to know you're a researcher. There's plenty of them back in Sumeru after all. Back in, so he must be from Sumeru too. Did you come all the way here from Sumeru to Inazuma for this so-called sociological study? Yes, I'm just making some preparations. Are you also from the academia? No, I haven't the talent to be an academic. I'm just an ordinary businessman. Since you're writing a paper, you can record whatever you like here if you want, but first let me give you some advice. The Outlander Affairs Agency is wary of Outlanders like us, so remember to be a bit more restrained while you're doing your research. If you get into any trouble, it would be hard for an Outlander like you, who's only just come to Inazuma, to extricate themselves. I understand. Thank you. Well, off you go then. Start writing stuff now. Now we finally found a nice person. Our business people in Inazuma also unwelcome strangers, Dada. There's a wharf up ahead. Maybe we can do stuff. There's no way for you to read this within 1 second. I mean, how? Who reads this? I mean, like, I can kind of... like, you can kind of look at the sentence and immediately know its contents, but you cannot read it out. You can only get some kind of, like, rough-ish understanding. So, now, the harbor. Hello, you two. What are you doing? Taking pictures. Selfies, so kind of. Hello, I'm Alrani, scholar from Sumeru. I'm doing some academic research here. Research? I'm a fisherman. What's there to research? Well, stuff, Hal. And do you have permission from the Outlander Affairs Agency to do suspicious things like that? I heard from Gonshiro that this kind of behavior should be reported to the agency first. That's the thing. Suspicious behavior, right? Suspicious behavior is something that cannot be measured because it's a very subjective kind of thing. Anyway, never heard of it. Why? Is there such a thing? I've never heard that one before. You're getting more and more suspicious by the minute. You'd better come and see Ms. Kageyama with me. She's an inspector with the agency. She know how to handle your affairs. Wait, hold on. I'm really just an academic researcher. I'll go report to the agency later. Mr. Obata, what's going on here? I could hear the row from all the way over there. Oh, it's Mr. Vahid. Well, these two have been loitering around claiming to be doing some kind of academic research. Well, claiming and doing. But when I ask, they don't seem to have permission from the Outlander Affairs Agency. This is also some kind of annoying stuff. If you need permission for everything, then this won't get society forward at all, right? Like if you need permission as a researcher, if you need permission for I don't even know what, right? If you always have to ask other people for some kind of allowance or whatnot, then this is not helping anyone. Because in the end, this just means that no one is actually free, right? So the only outcome that you will get is an outcome that comes from a caged system. So, but when I asked they something affairs, I was going to take them to see Miss Kageyama. Alrani, what are you running around for? Shouldn't you be helping at the store? What's going on? You've been writing that paper for so long already. What's the point of rushing it now? Can't you see you're disturbing Mr. Obata? Why, Mr. Vahid? This is She's a scholar whom I invited from the academia to work as a consultant for my shop. Because she's writing a paper about Inazuma, she's looking for inspiration around these parts. She just came over from the academia, so she doesn't understand the rules around here. And the rules are, always have someone else that saves you back, kind of. I'm still going through the procedures with the Outlander Affairs Agency, but she can't help running around sometimes. Sorry for disturbing you, Mr. Obata. Oh, I'm so sorry that I disturbed you, Mr. Obata. Oh, it's fine. It was a misunderstanding on my part to begin with. I guess you really are a scholar. Alright. Alright, Alrani. Come over here. We need to have a talk. Mr. Obata, please, excuse me. And this is how things are handled in here. Where's Vahid? Don't even know where they are. I think I completely missed them. Where are they? I don't know. They just disappeared. Let's see. Maybe I have to just go. There we go. Back to the storm. Alrighty, let's talk to both of them to see how the quest ends. Now then, didn't I just tell you, don't do anything suspicious? And the thing about suspicious stuff is that you don't know if it's suspicious because it's not you who decides what it is. The current situation in Inazuma is such that if the Outlander Affairs Agency got involved, there would be no way to resolve things peacefully. Fortunately, I was paying attention to what you were doing. Are things that serious though? Of course they are. Yes, they are that serious. See the checkpoint in Rito. If you want to enter Inazuma, you need to get a permit. Oh no, does this mean that I can't go to the other islands to collect data? Don't worry, I've asked around at the Outlander Affairs Agency before. As it turns out, it might be easy to get a permit if you apply under me, since I'm a businessman here in Inazuma. Thank you, but why do you want to help me? You're a very kind soul. Well, I'm not going to turn down the praise, but really, I too wish to ask a favor of you. But I'm not a good salesperson. Well, it's probably not that. Maybe it's information. It's not about that. Well, this is somewhat embarrassing, but although I'm in the fertilizer business, I don't know how much about these fertilizers. Wait, what? When people ask me about the special characteristics of these fertilizers, I can only refer to the instructions that came with the packaging. I don't know enough to say anything more persuasive. If you're willing, I'd like you to help me think about how to market them. At least help me introduce them in a more persuasive manner, such that I'll be able to attract more customers. In return, I promise that I'll get a permit for you from the Outlander Affairs Agency, so that you can enter other places in Inazuma. What do you think? Do you agree? So, Simona does have people who aren't researchers of some kind. Seems reasonable. But, well, let's go for the first one, because I want to know how this turns out. Of course, not everyone can or is willing to go to academia to study and become a researcher. Marketing. I did learn something similar to that at the academia, of course. Everybody learns that. You've learned that too? I've just read some relevant books. It's all theory. I have never put them into practice. Most of them don't. After all, the academia was no place to practice marketing in any way. But if I study the applications of these fertilizers, perhaps I can come up with some selling points that can be used in marketing. That would be great. Now, let's not just stand here and talk. You're probably hungry after all of that. Let me make you something to eat. Traveler, you can you please help me find some food? I'll need a portion of fish and a portion of seagrass and a portion of rice. Leave it to me. I have that stuff already in my inventory, so let's give it to that. A portion of seagrass, some fish, and some rice. There we go. So, don't worry. It's more than sufficient. Just a moment. It'll be ready soon. Oh, it looks delicious. You are a great cook. If you live alone for a long time, you will naturally learn this kind of thing. Go on, dig in. I'm also doing this for the business. In the beginning, I was thinking about many different ways to market our fertilizer. One thing I thought was to use the vegetables grown with my fertilizer as ingredients to make delicious food, which would help prove their efficacy. But later, I realized that the idea of cooking in a fertilizer shop was a little inappropriate, so I gave up. It is a bit out of... Well, it's not out of place. It's more that people who are looking for fertilizer aren't really hungry. Like, you make food, yes, or ingredients for food, yes. But you are interested in the tools to make that happen, like the fertilizers, and not quite in the end product. So yeah, what you have to do is kind of like talk to the farmers and stuff, and tell them how good the fertilizer is and how it may improve their yield on the fields and so on. Anyhow, of course, now that I have Miss Alrani's help, I won't have to come up with these terrible ideas by myself. Well, and she can have some terrible ideas too. Anyway, I'll do my best. But about the issue with the travel permit, leave it to me. If there are no problems, it should be done in just a few days. Still, a researcher coming to Inazuma is a rare sight. What sort of paper are you writing? I don't know. I don't know yet. I hope to finish the paper while I'm in Inazuma. If I can't get it done, I'll have to go back to the academia to face the music. Let's hope it's some kind of good music. Also, let's talk to Vahid and see if he can actually sell us stuff. Now, oh dear customer, are you also interested in Anahitian Blessing? What is this? Have you never heard of it? It's a specialty from... Again, it's a specialty from our Sumeru. It's our Sumeru. The grace of Lesser Lord Kusanali. No matter how barren the land or dreadful the climate, a small amount of it shall work wonders. Now, what is the theory behind that product? Well, it must be the elemental power within, which grant the land more vitality, and then that, I'm not a researcher, so I can't really explain it well. Anyway, we, the Sumeru locals, all use this stuff for farming. Its effects are impeccable. It's perfect either for your own use or as a gift for your family and friends. Interesting. So it's like some kind of roided up earth or something like that. About this shop though. Syavushi Bakshesh Shoppe only sells specialties from Sumeru. Apart from our featured product, Anahitian Blessing, we also have the carefully picked super yummy sacramental mushrooms. These specialties all come from Sumeru across the sea. So rest assured, their authenticity is guaranteed. Now, how's business going? Why would you ask that? Of course. Never mind. I'll be honest with you. Before the Sakuku decree, we still had Inazuma locals coming from Narukami Island to purchase our goods. But ever since the Sakuku decree took effect, only a few people have come. It's getting harder to do business, and I'm not sure how long we can last. Sir, would you like some Anahitian Blessing? How about buying it as a souvenir for your journey? And I still can't get whatever the item is. So let's still ask about the shop and use the other option that we had. No thanks. What? Indeed. Who would buy fertilizer as a souvenir? Someone who's interested in farming, of course. Anyway. I did not put any markers in here, and I don't even know if this Waverider stuff got unlocked or not. That's weird. Like, this one is white. This one looks grey to me. So did I unlock this Waverider point or not? Like, this one is... Yeah, this one is white. This one is grey. This one is white. So I think what I have to do is just go up there and jump all the way down again. And this time, because of the permit and all of that stuff, I can just go there without any guards just getting suspicious. Then I can trigger this Waverider thingy. Yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't trigger that one before, was it? I think so. Like, I tried that, and then I got teleported backwards. That's why. Anyway, now that we activated the Waverider, it's not that I need the Waverider, it's just that I kind of don't like all of those markings on the map grayed out or like not explored or whatever. There's some shrine. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, shrines. Do I have Liu keys? One. So let's just get this Waverider, go to the shrine, open this thing up, and then we should be good. Oh, interesting. So once you get into the Waverider, you get your stamina refreshed. Because it's Waverider stamina, not your own stamina. Kind of makes sense, but still. And jump! Damn it, don't move, right? Wait, the elemental skill was not ready yet. There we go. Let's just ignore this other samurai down there. Doom buddy beam bam boom, boom buddy beam bam boom. Oh, there's a chest up here. Since when is there another chest? Oh, shite. Okay. I did not completely explore all of those paths. Like, some chests also I did not mark on the minimap, which is a bit of an issue. And I still have to do the all of the exploration as well. Except for those two islands. I think the one which did not house the shrine is the area that I did completely explore, right? Must have. Okay, there's nothing in these vases. There's nothing else in there. And what do we got? Come on, let me destroy it. Yes. So there could be some more of those vases down here, and once I destroy all of them, I could trigger some kind of boss fight or whatever. But yeah, most of the other islands in the northeast I did already explore, didn't I? So let's see. What do we have? Alright. Damage! Alrighty. Let's just go around and defeat the last one, and then we should be pretty much good to go. I just don't quite know when he will do this dash. Like he just holds the sword, and then after a certain amount of time he dashes forward. I don't know if there's 1, 2, 3 dash or 1, 2 dash or something like that, but there is a set timer for that that triggers all of that, but I just don't quite know the right timing for it. Anyhow, now I can get rid of the shrine marker. Those two I did explore already. So what I have to do is get to this singular island, and this Jinren island though. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, let's do some exploration on the northern islands of Inazuma. I mean, there's not that much anyway, so we should be pretty much good to go. Just get close to the statue and it won't regenerate. It will just trigger the sound and then that's it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because Lisa still has like only a third of her health points. So the Waverider is back at it again. Nothing. Can I don't know. Northeast. Let's just say northeast. This way. Maybe it's this little dip here, which is supposed to be that kind of island. Can I upgrade the Waverider though? So it can be even faster? That would be sweet. But yeah, the only real upgrade that you can get in this game is an upgrade to your stamina levels. Which means exploring the environment and unlocking statues of the 7 and so on. Okay. So there's... At least it does not look like there's anything there. Aha. Nice. Ah, there's also a waypoint. Look at that. Why did I not get that much? Whatever. Let's start at the sea, then have a little look around, and... Oh yeah, wait a minute. I can also attack them from the Waverider. Why don't I just use the abilities given to me for the maximum effect? Okay. Come on, come on. 3, 2, 1, and bam. I just want her abilities to be, well, either even more damaging, which would at least kind of reward the amount of time you need to charge up the ability, or at least quicker. Both make it pretty useful. So are they. Bada bing, bada bing. Oh, stupid. There are so many caches in here. Wait a minute. In front of me, this way. That's cache. Thank goodness I can write this with one hand. Come on. Would be cool if the ship just bounces backwards, though. Okay, I'm doing 600 something, 3000, 3000, 3000. So it's basically better to attack with Bennett than it is with Lisa at the moment. Right. Another portal. That's weird. Okay, that portal might be because of this strange thingamajig. It may even teleport me into a domain or maybe some completely other place. Come on. Alright, got it. What do we got? Jinren Island was added. Ooh, a metal key is necessary for it. Alright, let's zoom in and say metal key. There we go. Is there a way to deal more damage to those samurai people though? Ah. I mean, I can do like 13,000, but only if I do a crit or so. There we go. Or it's just that they behave like those strong helicals. Yeah. I think that's just it. They're just strong helicals. But samurai versions of them. Alrighty. Alright. With a bit of luck in this chest, we will find like a metal key also. In order to open the... No. No! Huh. That's so weird. Now where am I gonna find another... A metal key, there we go. Just look around, you will get a metal key, and the metal key opens the not so metal cage. At least now I can get the reward out of it. There we go. Exactly as expected. Oh wait, there's also a Sealy that I need to bring here. So, investigation, artifacts. Nothing. Wait. Yes. There's still another one. Another metal key. Look at that. Okay. So, there it is. So what I'm gonna do is just climb all the way up here. And I'm gonna... hey there, you look like a pair of stout hearts. What was that? Oh, someone needs to be rescued. Look at that. Looks like a start for another side quest or so. Perfect. This might be where one of the metal keys need to be placed in. Now then. Perfect. Alright then, come on. The hand guard is obtained. Investigate. Get that stuff. This is some strange dude. S for strange dude. Like, S doesn't mean anything. I just wanted to place something in there so I don't forget about the location of this NPC. Actually, NPC locations in this game have a slightly different layout than... Yes! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, it might be that I need to find a third metal key. So, one of the metal keys is there to get the chest open. The other metal key is there in order to open the Sealy cage, and another metal key is there to open the cage for the person. So, an awful lot of metal things in here. Lights will guide you. It's still kind of strange that we have to interact with normal Sealies in here. But still. Alrighty, let's have a little more of a look around. Wait, this was where I started at. Then there's this thingy here. How do I get up there though? There we go. Nothing. This is where the chest was supposed to be. Okay. So let's explore these parts and this little hill over here. Damn it. Have the courtesy to die already. Come on. 2,000. 4,000. 4,000 again. Okay. I will deal the 4,000 damage, but only when it is some kind of a reaction with water. Or maybe overload. Yes. Overload also counts. There we go. So, 4,000. So this is what you have to basically do all the time. Try to get the elemental effect on them. And then have some other way of applying another elemental status effect on them on a constant basis. So that you can get the elemental interaction happen. That's just so important. Because otherwise you won't deal as much damage with... yeah, elemental reaction builds. Like you would need... there are actually different ways of building damage. The simple way, which is just attack percentage. The slightly more complicated way, which is crit rate and crit damage. And the I completely mastered the system of GenShin Impact kind of way, which is elemental mastery and elemental reaction. Or what? No. Energy regeneration and elemental mastery. There we go. But yeah, the thing is the same. Saiya Tadayoshi. Wait a minute. This is a... why is there a dog in there? The Drunken Samurai Tengu no Sai. Easy mode. Switching between Bennett and Lisa might be a really interesting way of increasing my damage. Now then. Of course you need a metal key. Jesus Christ. There is a metal key. This is not how you write key, by the way, but let's just pretend that I wrote this perfectly. Okay, that one might bring us... Where exactly? Oh! Oi. That was unexpected. Uh-oh. Ooh! Oh, that's not good. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. And with this, we will end this little episode and figure out how to get out of this dungeon in the next one. Like and subscribe, by the way. Ta-ta.